Hey guys, this is my Game 6 recap of the World Chess Championship between Gukesh and Ding. So Ding has the white pieces, and he starts with 1d4, the Queen's Pawn game, and we get an Indian defense from Gukesh, and then we get a London system setup from Ding. So it's a little better for white, but this is known as a very Josh system. We get d5, we get e3, e6, just normal moves. Knight f3, developing c5, like a very critical for black to play c5 against the London. It's a pretty equalizing move. We get c3 to keep our big, strong white center. Bishop d6, and there's multiple moves white can play here, but Ding goes for bishop b5, which is probably his prep. And this kind of forces black to give up something, which is the knight. If you play bishop d7, I believe there's just bishop takes d6, right? Yeah, and then after takes, I guess you're only up a pawn, but it's an important pawn. But anyway, we get takes, so it forces knight c6. So it's a forcing line. So like forcing lines are really good for prep because there's not really much options for black. So it's a lot easier to be within your prep for longer moves. Get a bunch of trades. Queen a4. I think black can take, but then there's this weakness on c6. So just castles, but then queen a3, pinning. And this is all super deep prep. And after the knight trade, white is up one pawn. However, black has counterplay with queen g6, and the idea is to get an attack on the king. So we get knight d2, just allowing castles after queen takes. So that's what we get. Queen f2, queen takes f2, and then again, like this is all prep, so it's pretty forcing. b8, knight c4, takes would be really bad. That would just be mate. Rook d2, defending mate, attacking the queen. Rook e1, just defending this pawn again. Takes. Queen f5 is a little of an inaccuracy. Black should go here, just trading rooks. I mean, this pawn is not that big of a target because the rooks will be able to defend. And then here is like the moment I think Ding was out of prep. So after queen f5, he was out of prep. I think he was expecting just bishop or rook here, right? After here, he was calculating takes because, you know, the rook could come over to here. Unfortunately, I think this doesn't work because of... I'm actually not sure. It is a move. Or not. Is it not? Queen d7. So offering a queen trade. And if black refuses, we get f1, f6. Only move. But yeah, I would think... I don't know what I would take here. I guess there's no real threat, although it seems like it. But anyway, yeah, so that's what he was calculating. We get trades. And this is the best move, getting rid of this pawn, because there's like e6 and probably future lines. Takes. Ding offers a queen trade. He just probably wants to draw at this point, since Gukesh really didn't play that inaccurate. Only like one, which was queen of f5, but it wasn't like a huge inaccuracy, just a slight one. So Ding's just ready to go for the draw, but Gukesh plays queen h4, which is a little bigger of an inaccuracy, but it keeps queens on the board, and it's still technically a draw with perfect play. But white can press if white like pushes c4 and starts pushing these pawns, but the king's here, so you don't really feel like doing that. So Ding goes here, and I think with like this move, there could be ideas of pushing here and here, and like the queen will cover these dark squares. King could hide on a1 or something, but white doesn't have enough time. So here, queen g3, offering another queen trade, which Gukesh keeps declining, which like just gives white a chance to improve their position, because like basically black's putting their queen on more squares, and then the white queen is better. We get queen a5, a3, queen b5, which is a really good move. The queen's on very active squares. These rooks are kind of stuck. They can't do much. They have to defend this pawn. They have to defend here because there's always ideas of this. We get rook d4, good move. We get rook d2. So now these rooks are actually pretty well placed. It's just we have a few pawn weaknesses that the black queen can go for. So that's the main issue with white's position. Then we get queen f3, offering a queen trade, which Ding would not want to do. He can leave the queen there, or he can go like queen g3 or queen g5, but he just plays king c2. I believe just going for a draw. It would have been difficult for Gukesh to defend if he played this. But again, Ding just keeps going for draws with white for some reason, so he just plays king c2. And Gukesh gets a nice pawn chain. And h4 is a really good move because you don't want these pawns to start pushing. So it basically shuts down this play right here. Although you perhaps could get two passed pawns with h6. But there is counterplay. Okay, so Gukesh just plays pawn e3. We get rook e2, and basically Gukesh's idea is to go for this position where this rook can't really go anywhere well. I guess yeah, like there's no way to attack this pawn easily. You can't really like untangle these pieces, so they're kind of stuck there. So Ding plays h5 to break the pawn chain to go rook d5 and hit this pawn. We get h4 takes, and then we get a repetition of moves because neither player can really do much. Black needs to keep its king active. These rooks really can't improve itself, so that's all Gukesh really can do. And I guess Ding could have played on with some moves. I wonder if he could have gone like for rook h5, but again, he just wants to draw, so he just repeats. And that was game 6. And so it was a pretty interesting game. Ding showed a lot of prep in this opening. Unfortunately, for some reason, he just didn't try for a win, which is just a really odd strategy. Like, Gukesh was giving him a lot, but he didn't want it. Again, let's see. So he did play the right move here. I don't really blame him for playing not playing c4, but like, where is it? I really don't understand why he didn't go queen g5, because it's not like there's f6. That's just a weakening move. Again, like if queen goes back, like these endgames are going to be good for white. Yeah, so it's just, I don't understand this one mainly. It's mainly this one. Why not go queen g5? It's not like black doesn't have anything. There's no counter play. I mean, look how like how solid white's position is. Like, this queen is not doing anything. You give a check, but so what, you know? Yeah, but he just wants draws, which is the unfortunate thing. Like, if he wanted to, play on, like, he's not gonna play c4. I doubt he's not gonna play, or like, again, move pawns in front of his king. But this is just moving the queen away to keep the game going, right? So I just don't get it. Like, why not play Queen G5 here? You know, it's just inexcusable. I don't. It just doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's really easy move to play. Again, like any grandmaster would say, like this is a good position for white. I don't. There's no weaknesses. Like there's checks. You know, there's the pawn stays defended. You know, you get h4 h5. Like there's really nothing. Black just has to suffer this whole game. And you have ideas of just trading everything off and going for a queen in game, but I wouldn't do that right away. But yeah, that was the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap. And I'll see you in the next one.